Hello, everybody. So, I moved the frogs. Let me move it down a little bit so you can see. Wrong one. So, I added, I'm actually glad I did. I added that branch up there. And I'm really glad that I did because when I put the frogs in there, they really seem to like it. It does, and it doesn't take away too much of the aesthetics of the butterus root in the back. And I also wanted to put something from their other tank in here, which is the bromeliad up at the top. As you see, there's one hopping around. So I kind of had to make this move fairly quick. I had a little, a little funny issue the other day with my other group of frogs. Saturday, I hurt my knee, and I was kind of resting, but I was also, doing things around my home. And I was watching a live stream. I was actually modding. I'm a moderator on my friend's channel, and she was live streaming. So I was watching her, and then I ran around, quickly fed the frogs. And next thing you know, as I'm laying down resting my leg, I see something hopping on my floor, and I was like, "Oh my God." So I have a couple of frogs in a bin in my bedroom, which you can keep them in there. But the bin I have, I'll show you in a little bit. It literally it was bad. I got them from Walmart, and I swear I'll never get them from Walmart ever again because the clips that locked the top piece in broke up. Oh, there goes a frog. That's actually my female. And so yeah, I was a little annoyed. So what happened when I fed it, the back of it must not have been pushed down far enough, and the little frog got out and it was jumping around in my living room. So I caught it, I cleaned it up, and put him back in there, and then I secured the back of the bin temporarily. So I moved these guys. These are my Histrionica Ophaga histrionica tatos, which are I love these. I love all my frogs, but these guys are a very beautiful frog. So, and I had done this tank almost a month ago, so it did have some time to cycle. Plus, I did like a kind of like a booster on the sponge filter foam. And what I did with that is I shut down the drainage on this particular tank so it wouldn't drain out, and I took other drainage from cycled tanks, and I actually allowed the foam on the bottom. I let it soak into it for a couple of days, and then of course drained it out. So I did it with my last tank, and I feel like it really it really helped cycle of the tank. It really, it helped boost the cycling of the enclosure. So, and then I'm watching everything's growing. Plants are they're starting to do their thing. So roots are starting to come out. So I felt it was safe enough to put them in. Like I said, I kind of had no choice. I couldn't wait the complete 30 days, but close enough. And I do know other people who put their frogs right in, or, and whatever. I just like to kind of do things. Sometimes, like my large enclosure over here, I let that cycle for about a month before I even put any frog in there. So, it all depends, and it depends on how the plants are taking. And so, but yeah, that's how it's starting to come along. I'm really enjoying this enclosure. especially because it's in my living room and it's near my main piece, basically, my main enclosure. And the frogs seem to pretty much like it. They're jumping around, enjoying themselves. They're exploring. So what I do have to do, being that this is a breeding pair, I do have to go through the plants in the original enclosure that they were in, and make sure there's no tadpoles in any of the bromeliads that are in there. And I know I'll actually do a live stream on that too when I pull them out of the tank, because it's pretty unique. I learned it from another. I'll put the name of the other creator that I learned it from. So what he did is he took the bromeliad, which are these plants here that hold water, and the frogs put their tadpoles inside them. So he did a video where he took a tub and a bin, and he took the bromeliads, put water inside of them, and then dumped them, and you could see he literally showed you how there were tadpoles in there. I think the ones he did were Ranitimea southern variabilis, and I'm 99% sure he had like a breeding pair, like a breeding group. So he had a lot. This is just a breeding pair, so I may end up, there might be one or two tadpoles, but I don't think so, because I really haven't seen her carrying anything to her, anything to the bromeliads. So we'll see. And that, I think that'll be pretty cool. I'm really enjoying doing these tanks. They're very calming. So I was having some bad days, with everything going on in the world. I'm sure I'm not the only one. But and then I was, and I was sitting down and I was like, the best therapy is us having these frogs, and of course my cats. It's just it's an enjoyable thing. Gets your mind off it. Like sometimes I'll turn on like soothing nature sounds on my television, and I'll sit and I'll watch the frogs hop around, because I have 3 tanks sitting right here. And so it's really an interesting thing, and I love the hobby. The hobby is amazing. The people that are involved in the hobby are very laid back type people, and it's really good. It's really nice. It's nice to have peaceful people to discuss. I know some of my subscribers probably could care less about the frogs, but some people do enjoy it. They love to look at them. I do a bunch of short videos. I throw some videos of my kitties up, of course. And then today, before I went live, I was outside checking my mail, and I'll post it in the in the community post. I found there's a domesticated rabbit hopping around my neighborhood. So it looks to me like somebody abandoned their pet, which is awful thing to do, but it looks very healthy. I'm waiting for one of my rescue partners to contact me so we can figure out what we're going to do with this bunny, because it's supposed to get super cold tonight. Like, we're still having really cold weather here on Long Island, which stinks, because I've got to ship frogs out to my friend, and I can't do it. I feel so bad, because he's been waiting since, how long has he been waiting for? He's been waiting since November, but we knew it wouldn't be until around this time of the year that I could send them to him. And he's in South Dakota, and from the weather I'm reading there, it looks to me like it's fairly cold out there too. And actually, the frogs I'll be sending him are 3 of their babies. So there is one right there. There she is. That's my pretty, beautiful frog. There she goes. And then the male is up there on that branch. That's why I'm very happy that I did put that branch in there. I did put the branch up here. It's for temporary until it got, like, really, really grown in. But It seems to me like they like it, so I'll leave it in there. It's not bad, it's actually good. So, but yeah, I figured we'd sit here and watch the frogs hop around their new enclosure. But they're so pretty. Put some waterfall sounds on in the background. Put some background tunes on. And we can sit and watch this is a pair of Ophaga histrionica taros. They're absolutely beautiful. I am very love these pair of frogs. Can't wait to start a brand new tank. So this way here, I can do a whole new breed. I do have a new breed that I'm going to be working with, which was my escapee that I had the other day, which was pretty funny. And so yeah, that's our adventures around here. We hang out with dart frogs and kitty cats and do our thing. I like to sit here and chit chat. If anyone has any questions, feel free to ask about anything. And that's it. I give my basically with the frogs, like I have no problem, telling others what I've learned from the hobby and helping someone else. You never know, someone else might want to get into that hobby, and I'm always more than happy to help in any way I can, even if it's giving you starter frogs to begin with. We can get in touch with one another and go from there. So this way here, you can also enjoy the hobby. I love it. It's a phenomenal hobby. I learned a lot, and it's great. Very calming, especially if somebody who has PTSD. I find the hobby to be very. So you do have to maintain the enclosure. Of course, you got to feed the frogs, and stuff like that. But other than that, it's a phenomenal hobby. I love giving people, or not so much selling, but we do bartering with our frogs, especially ones that are hard for people to get. And I don't mind doing, here, just pay for shipping and I'll send you out the frogs types deals. Of course, they'll be babies, but. antics? Sorry about that. I was doing a rabbit rescue right now. We have a domesticated rabbit hopping around our neighborhood. So I've been waiting for someone to come by so we can get this bunny and get him into a home. Oh my goodness, it's always something around here. I live in that type of a neighborhood though where people will just unfortunately release their animals if they don't want them anymore or they can't afford them, which is kind of sad. I wish they would do more. I just put the word out too to contact me and let me know and I'll find something or figure something out. It's still not good to just release them. But apparently this beautiful bunny has been wandering around here since March 19th, and it's been really cold here. Well, he's smart. And yeah, this is one of my newest frog tanks. Frogging is, yes, I just put these guys in here, the frogs, and there's two of them in there, there's a male and a female. And they are just hopping around. This is a new enclosure that I just put together, and I had a little bit of an emergency, so I had to put the pair in here right away. Well, not right away, but the tank has been cycling for a while now. Yeah, they're enjoying their new home, that's for sure. And I got this domesticated rabbit hopping around the neighborhood. Autocorrect. Oh, yeah, using autocorrect. I know, sometimes I like autocorrect, sometimes I can't stand it. But yeah, I figured I'd just pop on, do a live stream, let everyone see the frogs in their new habitat. But they're definitely happy in there, which I'm glad. They're really, really exploring. I only put them in about 2 hours ago. Autocorrect. I don't know what that means. Autocorrect. Seen those crazy fires. Autocorrect. That's what I figured. I know. Like I said, sometimes I like autocorrect. Sometimes I can't stand it. But I saw those fires out there in California. I was worried about everybody. Some craziness going on in this world. Yeah, these guys are really enjoying this enclosure. I'm glad too. They look like they're jumping around. So I was just talking to Nana. Where's Nana? And I didn't realize, but she's still at the zoo doing her volunteer stuff. She gets that's a pretty long day for her. Vivarium. Yes, these are vivariums, enclosures, vivariums. But this one I really like the way it came out. It's a whole new experience for me using certain material. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna move this back. See if we can get all three of the tanks in. The large one, that's a little further away. I'm still resting my knee. I hurt my knee the other day. And been really trying to rest because it was pretty painful. It's like I was saying in the beginning of the live stream I had. Day after I injured my knee, I was laying on the couch watching Nana's live stream, and I was moderating her channel. Thank goodness there was other mods in there. So I ran around, still watching, paying attention, and I fed all the frogs that I have. And all of a sudden I'm laying down resting my knee up, and I see something hopping out of the corner of my eye. And one of my other frogs got out of the enclosure, and I was freaking out. I don't know how this little frog hopped all the way from my bedroom to my living room and bypassed three of my cats. And my other guy was sitting here, and he saw it, and I was like, oh no, I gotta get the damn frog. So I jump up, I got him, and I put him back in the enclosure. So that was kind of the reason why I had to move these guys fairly quickly, because I got to get their enclosure done and set up and ready so I could get them out of the bin that they're in. That was the problem. The bins that I have those Sterilite bins. I think they're 13 quarts. I'm not sure. But the clips on the side that lock the top in broke off. And so it's just basically been said. I've never had a problem with a frog getting out until the other day. And then so I taped up the one back corner, because when I lifted up from the top to put their food in there, I think what happened is it wasn't closed completely. It was definitely my fault. Thank you, Antics. Yeah, I love this one. This one really. Oh my God, Antics! I've been wearing that hat that you made me for almost as soon as I got it. I put it on, and I think we actually had a blizzard or another bad snowstorm, and that hat kept my head so warm. I have it in my. I can't put that in the dryer, right? Or should I hand wash that? Because I gotta wash it. I know I definitely can't put it in the dryer, but I'm thinking either wash it. Should I wash it in like cold water, or just hand wash it? It needs a bath because we've been outside shoveling snow with that. Almost the rest of the winter. Today it's not too cold. The one is acrylic. You can wash and dry it. Oh, okay, great. Thank you. So then I gotta wash it though. Like it's in my laundry basket. Cause like I said, I used it. Plus we were out there shoveling snow, especially during the last blizzard we had. Thank goodness, because it kept my head very warm. Warmer than any other hat I have too. And I have some heavy duty Carhartt hats. I have to say that one was way more comfortable. I feel like my one Carhartt is a little too big. But, I mean, it is heavy, but that one just fits perfect. So, okay, so I can wash and dry it. That's great. And they all need a bathroom. This winter was nuts. I had different rainbow yarn in mine, but didn't have it anymore. Oh, okay. Thank you, though. I really appreciate it. I love it. I love it. It's great. Very comfortable. And I didn't feel like my head sweated a lot in it, but it kept my head very, very warm. For some of my hats too, like if I'm outside helping people get out of snow or whatever, I take the hat off because my head is all sweaty. But that one didn't do that. It actually kept very comfortable. Hi, bud. There's my cat. That's my black cat. That's my buddy. Come on. You gonna come join us? Come on. He has to step on me, this cat. Like he has to touch me in some sort of a way. It's actually very funny. Yeah, I love it. I actually got a lot of compliments on it too. I was like a friend of mine all the way far away made that for me. They were like, "Oh, you didn't buy it?" I said, "No, somebody made that for me." So I got a lot of compliments on it. My one friend over here, she was like, "Give me that hat." I was like, "No, you can't have this one. This one's specifically made." So this is a handmade, can't have it. See, they love watching the frogs, my cats. They'll sit, especially him. He'll sit there and watch them for hours sometimes. But he watches TV. This my buddy, my buddy. Oh, you drew up the pattern too? Oh, good. I'm gonna let my friends know so I can brag to them. Especially next winter, because we don't know what type of winter we're gonna have next year. We could end up getting slammed worse than we did this year. I could. It's still cold out here too. Believe it or not, I was ready to put. I just washed like my winter jackets, and I'm getting ready to. So it was especially for you. Aw, thank you. Like I washed my winter coats last time I went to the laundromat, and then I grabbed up all the hats that I have, and some of them I got rid of because they've had enough of life. Like they got holes in them, and they're defeating the purpose. So, and then I put the rest in to get washed, thinking that I could put everything away, and then next thing you know, we get slammed with this cold air, cold weather again. Tonight it's actually supposed to freeze, and we're at the end of April. So it's a little nutty, this weather. So who knows? But yeah, that's what we've been doing these days. Like I said, most of the winter I worked on this enclosure. I took the way it was before this, I took that down and then waited for materials to come. You need to go lay down. I hear you. I know I've had a long day running around after this domestic bunny rabbit all day, trying to make sure he stays in one spot so the rescue can come and take him away. He needs to go to a foster and get adopted if nobody's going to claim him. So, but yeah, I'm just going to let the live stream run. I'm going to put I'll see you later too. Thank you, Antics, for coming in, and thank you for my hat. I love it. I'll see you soon. I'll see you in one of your next lives. All right, guys, I'm going to end the live stream. I'll probably go live a little later on. This might not be the greatest time to go live. I realized what time it is. So, and plus I'm getting phone calls in about potential fosters for this domestic bunny rabbit running around my neighborhood. So I got to go run out to do a rescue. So I'll see you guys soon, and I'll post some pictures of the bunny. He's absolutely beautiful. And maybe I'll go live when she comes to, when she comes and we get him into a carrier and get him on his way. All right, guys, thanks for coming in. I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Be safe.